Let's be real for a minute. When you're on a weight loss shot, it's easy to think the medication will do all the work for you. Less hunger, smaller portions, simple weight loss, right? But then it happens. You find yourself snacking even when you're not hungry, or finishing your kids' leftovers, or grazing while watching television. And you think, wait a minute, why am I still eating like this? I thought the shot was supposed to fix the snacking. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Hey, it's Coach Kisha, your certified holistic nutrition weight loss coach and nurse practitioner. And welcome back to Weight Talk Thursdays, where we keep it heart-centered, hormone-friendly, and real-life approved. Today, we're going to talk about how to stop overeating while on weight loss medication, especially if you're just starting or restarting your journey. Because the truth is, the shot helps with physical hunger, but emotional hunger, food noise, and old habits, well, that's the part you have to retrain. And I get it, because I'm living it right now. When I first started my GLP-1 weight loss journey a couple of years ago, I thought it would be smooth sailing, less hunger, more control, steady weight loss. And for a while, it really was. But now that I have had to restart my medication after being off for several months following surgery, I'm feeling those early emotions all over again. The excitement, the hope, and honestly, the pressure. And even though my appetite has gone down, those old habits, well, they're still hanging around. You may be familiar with the reasons I give myself to justify my eating actions. I may say something like, I deserve this snack after a long shift, or I'm bored. Let me just grab something small. Both sayings I tell myself to help me feel good about choosing bad habits. You know, it's funny how quickly those patterns creep back in, no matter which medication you're on. And why? Because these patterns or habits are familiar. They're comforting and tied to years of repetition. I've had moments in these past few weeks where I've had to stop, redirect, and ask myself, am I actually hungry or just tired, stressed, or looking for comfort? And I know I'm not the only one. I had a client recently tell me I'm on my shot, but I still find myself eating at night even when I'm not hungry. Another said, I thought this medicine would fix everything, but the cravings are still there, just only a little more quiet. And you know, they're right. The medication helps with physical hunger, but it doesn't erase emotional eating, long-term habits, or erase food noise that's built up over time. And that's okay. It just means we have to learn how to work with the medication and not expect it to do all the work for us, because lasting results come from partnership. Your habits, your mindset, and your consistency working alongside the shot and not depending on it. So, why do we still overeat on the shot, especially in those early weeks? Well, here's practical explanation of what's really going on behind the scenes. Number one, physical versus emotional hunger. The medication quiets physical hunger, but emotional eating runs on habit, stress, and feelings. The two are completely different, and we have to learn how to manage each differently. Number two, appetite signals take time to regulate. Even though you're eating less, your brain hasn't yet caught up to the medication's actions. It still expects your old portions and eating schedule. So being mindful of what you consume becomes extremely important. Number 3, food noise creeps back in. The chatter in your head that says you deserve it or just one more bite can still show up, even if your stomach is full. So we have to definitely rewire our thinking. Number 4, comfort and routine. Sometimes eating isn't about hunger at all. It's about routine, reward, or comfort. You may eat because it's what I always do at night, or it's how I unwind or handle stress. And that's why learning the difference between true hunger and emotional hunger is a game changer for your weight loss journey. So the next time a craving hits, I want you to pause and ask yourself, am I hungry or just looking for relief? When you learn to listen to that answer, you'll start to build real awareness, and that's the foundation of long-term success. Now, let's talk about how to stop overeating and truly work with the shot, not against it, using my fresh framework. Letter F, food freedom and foundations. You don't have to restrict, you just have to rebalance. Build meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. An example are eggs and spinach for breakfast, maybe grilled salmon with roasted veggies for dinner. When your blood sugar stays stable, your brain quiets the food noise. Letter R, rewire your mindset. Your thoughts drive your habits. If you keep saying, I can't control myself, your brain listens and responds. A fresh tip here, replace that with, I'm learning to trust my body again. That one phrase alone can stop the mental spiral that leads to overeating. Letter E, elevate your habits. Tiny, predictable routines beat big bursts of motivation every time. A fresh tip here, keep a water bottle near you and drink water before eating your meals. And start to take 10-minute walks after meals. These small shifts lower cravings and improve digestion. Letter S, for simplify your environment. Your surroundings matter more than willpower. A fresh tip here, keep nourishing foods visible and hide or remove your trigger foods. If the chips aren't on the counter, they're not there whispering your name. Letter H, honor your whole health. Sleep, stress, and emotions play a huge role in overeating. A fresh tip here, when a craving hits, ask yourself what you really need. A nap, a stretch, or a break. Sometimes peace is what you're actually hungry for. Now, these are the exact tools I teach inside my Fresh Start Holistic Weight Loss Program, because whether you're on medication, off medication, or just starting, the goal is the same: to create habits that last. Inside the program, we help women over 40 balance their hormones, reduce emotional eating, and build food confidence for life. And if you prefer to read, grab my book, The Wait is Over. It's your personal roadmap that will complement and support your weight loss journey. And you can find both of these at amplehealthandwellness.com, or you can click the links below in the description. So here's what I want you to take away today. The shot is powerful, but you are more powerful when you pair medication with habits that honor your mind and your body. The progress lasts far beyond the prescription. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. And every time I need you to pause and ask yourself, what do I really need right now? That's how you win. So whether you're on week 3, like me, or months into your journey, remember, you're not starting over. You are leveling up. And here's also another reminder before we go. You are not your cravings. You are not your past habits. And you are not powerless without the shot. This is your season to rebuild your confidence, reset your habits, and reclaim your peace with food. One mindful choice at a time. Because when you take care of your mind and your body, the weight will follow. Well, this has been Coach Kisha with Weight Talk Thursdays, where we do wellness differently for women over 40. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, I need you to stay healthy, stay hopeful, and please be safe. Bye.